Yes.
Hello, welcome you all for this live webinar session being conducted by Pharma Intelligence in association with Raj GPRAC Private Limited. As you all know, today's topic is how to kickstart your career in regulatory affairs and post-COVID opportunities for freshers. So our speaker for today's webinar session, as you all know, none other than Dr. Rajashri Ojha. She is the founder and director of Raj GPRAC and Raj Pharmaelearning. She has more than 3 decades of experience as a global RA, GMP expert, auditor, and trainer. She is the lead auditor QMS-ISO of 13485-2016. She has been guest faculty for more than 10 reputed institutes. She has been teaching students about regulatory affairs, and I have been her student last year in Institute of Chemical Technology, Mumbai. She has taught us industrial pharmacy and I have gained many lessons and nuances of industrial pharmacy and regulatory affairs. She is a great orator, as you all know. So now I hand over to our speaker, Dr. Rajeshri Ojha. Ma'am.
Thank you, Sanjay, for the nice introduction, short and sweet. And welcome all the participants, all my dear students, for this important session. And you will find, a couple of disturbances in between, but let us, run through the slides which I have prepared especially for you. And thanks for your patient hearing and kind cooperation during next 1.5 hours. And thanks to Pharma Intelligence for organizing such a beautiful sessions for all our pharmacists and other working professionals. I'm really happy that Sanjay, Ajit and his team is doing wonderful job for all of us. And let us talk about today's hot topic, that is how to kickstart your career in regulatory affairs and grab the opportunities available in during this COVID and the post-COVID session. So before I start the session, I would also like to take the opportunity to talk about our organization, what we do exactly in Raj GPRAC. Raj GPRAC is nothing but Raj Global Pharma Regulatory Affair Consultants, and Raj Pharmaelearning is our institute. So basically we are a consultant, trainer and auditors, and we have 3 decades of experience. With me, I have a team of more than 25 people, 10 people are sitting in my office. So basic our mission of Raj GPRAC is to empower the employees' productivity and skill development through relevant education, skills development, and market-focused livelihood programs in life science, pharma, biotech, nutra, and healthcare industry. The scope is huge, if you see the all 4 sectors, that is pharmaceutical, biotech, nutraceutical, and healthcare industry. Healthcare is a medical device industry. And we also help to empower women who are willing to make second career in pharma, life sciences, and healthcare industry. And our quality policy is published everywhere on our website. You can browse through our website on www.rajpharmaelearning.com. And this is my team. We have, the retired commissioners who are ex-FDA Joint Commissioner Om Prakash Sadhwani, then Ram Banarese, who was also ex-FDA Assistant Commissioner and who served our nation for more than 35 years. With me, there are a couple of candidates who have passed BTech, BPharm, MPharm, and you would see MSc. So we consider all of them as our team member, because they are willing to make career in pharma, biotech or medical device industry, particularly in regulatory affairs and quality assurance. So about me, I am also a pharmacist like you. I passed my BPharm in 1991 from Bombay College of Pharmacy. And then I served industry mainly in Sandoz, Novartis, Glenmark, Femicare, Cognizant, TCS for 2 decades. And then since last 11 years, I am handling my own company called Raj GPRAC Private Limited and an institution that is Raj Pharmaelearning. So as Sanjay has already talked about me, I will skip this slide. And this is my favorite slide, and I really love this. Learning is much more than training. So the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. So this is very nice sentence, beautifully written by Alvin Toffler, and this is my favorite slide. Uh, just hold on, I have to accept few requests. And who will bridge the gap? As I understood from a couple of years while working for our students, the freshers in the industry are not preferred in pharma, biotech, or medical device industry because they are freshers. Because they are freshers, they don't have hands-on experience, they don't have skill to handle the job profile which will be offered by the industry. Unlike IT industry, where is the labor intensive and freshers have 3 to 6 months pure training before being given project. So dedicated training centers needed with specialized courses and continuously adapting the curriculum and training methods. And that's how we started offering various courses which are industry relevant, job relevant courses, and it was accepted by industry and students very well, and we have trained more than 25,000 candidates in different areas, and they have expertise in different areas like regulatory affairs, quality assurance, clinical research, medical device, pharma documentation, pharma management, and there are so on. Like we are offering now, you will see more than 150 short modules as well. Because of COVID, there is a money constraint, time constraint. We have observed people are willing to take a short courses and skill themselves, which will be utilized in their industry. So we are offering very short courses as well, 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 week program, 2 week program, like that. So you will see on our website, offerings. And we have started one course in quality assurance with the IBSC. So thanks to IBSC, IBSC is nothing but Indian Biomedical, Skill Council. And we have started the program for them to bridge this gap, because biomedical engineers are also hired in the healthcare sector, the medical device industry, and which needs to have some knowledge, some skills about the medical devices. And that's how we are helping to bridge the gap in different industries, including our pharma is the prime focus. So this is how we have developed and designed more than 15 courses in regulatory affairs, formulation, then API, then there is a combined course of formulation and API. CTD is our main core competency. We have our own software to train and certify people, and the people are coming from Bangladesh, Netherlands, UK, UAE, Kenya, US, everywhere, from the globe. They're taking advantage of these courses, because all these courses, though we used to offer in classroom training, weekend program, now we started offering in e-learning mode. And it's really wonderful experience to teach them via webinars like I'm teaching you today through this Zoom. So not only technical sessions we offer the soft skill program as well, like train the trainer, personal productivity, good working practices, campus to corporate, how to build best quality culture, and so on. So these are a very helpful program when you are started career in your industry. These are the skills which require to become a very good leader. So we have to imbibe a good leadership quality, good managerial quality, and these all courses would definitely help you to build the career strongly in future. So we offer mainly courses in classroom session, in-house seminar. That means we travel to the company and train employees on different aspects. We have tailor-made program as per the company specific requirement. And there is a hands-on tool-based program wherein we train people on software. We have our own software in CTD, ECTD, which is 21 CFR Part 11 compliant. So empower yourself, and we are there to help you, empowering. And these are the couple of courses which we offer in medical device industry. Also now the MD rule has changed to MDR 17 in Europe and India. So that's why it's upcoming sector medical devices. Then we offer quality management system 13485, lead auditor courses. Then how to file the dossier or the medical devices as per US FDA or European CE mark or any other country like BIS, ISI mark, and so on. So we help all the candidates, in different areas of expertise. So I think somebody is drawing on my screen. So this is our training institute wherein we based out of Thane, and we have our own institute. You could see, you if anyone is interested can visit our center. And this is my team. This is my team, and these are the people who are who have come from Bangladesh to take the advantage. And this is our classroom setup wherein we conduct all the classroom session. And when there is a time for practical session, we have tie up with the colleges, and we take all our students to the college, or the industry visit is planned. So these are the online courses which we offer for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, or for the total duration of 50, 60, or 100 hours. And I always suggest all my students, all participants, that attendance is very compulsory for all lectures, because there will not be repetition of lecture. We have to cover many topics, during the giving hours. And at the same time, we are inviting industry people who are having 25, 30, 40 years of experience. So we have to respect their times. And these lectures are mainly conducted during the weekends. So weekend online lectures are conducted mainly on Saturday or Sunday. Timing will be around 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. or depending on the speaker's timeline. Then any changes in lecture, we keep on intimating you. We make the WhatsApp group, and there are several other things. Then this is a type of certificate. Our institute is accredited through the NSDC. NSDC is a National Skill Development Council, and this uh, is available for the quality assurance. And this is a type of certificate which you can see. This is the type of certificate for the drug regulatory affair chemist. And you could see this, these are the sample certificate which is offered. And this is our online portal wherein we give the access to knowledge online through the Raj Pharma e-learning. With the credential, we provide you the user ID password, and then you enter to the portal, and there will be the course offered, quiz session will be offered. You have to appear for the quiz under each lesson, and there will be a marks provided. 80% is the passing criteria for all these sessions. So this is brief about what we offer. Can you
इधर
please
आओ
put on mute?
अरे
Hello,
इधर आओ काम कर हाँ
hello, Sheikh, Mr. Sheikh. Please keep
Everyone, please
yourself
practice
on
your
mute.
yeah
Mr. Sheikh, Mr. Arun Kumar.
Ma'am, please mute
Yeah,
everyone. In QA session, we will unmute.
yeah. Please. Okay. Shall I start? Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am, you can start.
Yeah. So now coming to our hot topic, like your B Farm, M Farm, MSc, BSc, or whatever graduation you must have done. So what is the next question after the fourth year B Farm or M Farm? What is next? It's coming to your mind, right? What is next? What do I do now? What? right? After graduation, the big question arises in your mind is now what, right? So some people may think about I should be in India or I should go to abroad, right? So that is the first question coming to all of us, your mind, right? When I passed B Farm in 1991 from Bombay College of Pharmacy. That time I also used to think where to study abroad or be with my parents and be in India also. And I'm very patriotic woman. I love my India because I know the facts about India. There are so many facts about our India. You should, have some passion to live in India and do something for our India, for Indian people, for our nation, right? Because we are the world's largest pharmacy and world's largest democracy, world's fourth largest economy, world class recognition in IT, biotechnology, pharmaceutics, engineering, and so the best scientific pool, the largest, standing army force. So you can see there are so many amazing facts of India. Then why not to stay back in India? Am I right? So I love India, and it is up to you whether to stay back in India and do your, post career, post graduation, or maybe career in future. And the second fact, the most important fact, out of top 10 English speaking countries, India is the second largest company. Then why not, right? Why not? So this is, these are the facts which I really appreciate if anyone would, love to be part of India, serve to India, and, like bolte na, like from birth to end of our life. Of course, you can visit any other country through your work. When you're in job, you can visit. I have visited USA, Germany, UK, anywhere in the world. See, I have seen so many countries. But when time comes, I'm back to India because this is my birthplace. So coming to next, future career, if you want to see, someone can look for GPAT, someone can go for BITSAT, CSIR, MPharm, PhD, TIFR, Manipur. So there are so many opportunities for you guys, right? So this full form is given here in the left side corner, and I'm going to share this presentation and the recorded video. So do need not to write anything. Please focus on what we are talking about today. So some people would love to, go into teaching. Like, see, I was also fond of teaching, but I spent 20 years in industry first, taken hands-on experience from industry, and then I started this teaching from 2009 onwards. So when you are, going to teaching, then see to that you go for MPharm and PhD, which will, help you to build the career like a professor, then dean and chancellor. So only BPharm will not be sufficient, to start with the career as a lecturer. So that is the first thing you have to keep in mind. Then I have seen many PhD students, what motivates them to do the PhD? Just to put that doctorate, DR, Dr. Sanjay, Dr. Rajashri, So like that, they are just interested only in putting that doctor degree, right? So see, this is divided, this pie chart is divided, like getting to call yourself as a doctor is more percentage if you see this pie chart, right? Some people are keen in interest in the subject, some people love to study, and some people are unable to find a job, and that is why they are, going forward with the PhD. So this is what is, my understanding about PhD, what people do. And when you want to really go for further studies, ask this question, couple of questions to yourself. Why should I go for further studies? What subject area am I really passionate about? Do I really have that patience, perseverance, and practical knowledge for the research? Would I really have financial stability in future after PhD through a job in academia or industry? Would I still be considered as a fresher to an industry job even after PhD? Because many PhD people are still jobless. So would my family and parents support me during the hard time of my PhD in future? Would the world recognize my contribution and services to the humanity through my research? So you should ask these 7 basic questions when you are really going for the future study and when you are really opting for the PhD, because not all people are really investing their time in research. So now lots of opportunities are coming, guys. Please grab those opportunity and go for PhD, I would suggest, because there are lots of topics which are unanswered, so you can research on them. Like during COVID also, you might have heard that there are so many opportunities coming in R&D and the research. So but before choosing that PhD, you should have really passion, because passion to spend 4 5 years, right? And if you are financially sound and if you are stable, then only you opt for the PhD. Then 10 important criteria when you go for the masters. Some people I've seen go for the masters MS in abroad. So there also I would say that ask couple of questions. What you are interested in? Do you have the necessary prerequisites? What can be useful for your future career? Language skills. Suppose if somebody would like to go to Germany, so do you have those skill set? Do you have language as an option? Do you, if you go to France, the French is a language. German is a language. Brazil, Portugal is a local language. Russian is a local language. So the language scale plays an important role. So select the country where is English is adopted, the widely spoken language. Then is there scholarship possible? Financial consideration you should see, because I have seen people spending 40, 50 lakhs, but to earn those 40, 50 lakhs is very difficult, because we are using parents investment, right? Because to do our MS degree or PhD abroad, it's not a joke, right? So look at the investment, how much investment is required, whether scholarship is possible, whether language skills are good, and accordingly you select. Then will your qualification be transferable? Some people, what happens, even they do the MBBS or MD doctorate and come back to India, and whether the same knowledge is transferable in India, that you have to think about it. What can complement your bachelor's degree, right? Weather and climate. Hello. So just see weather and climate also. Like if you go to Canada, the temperature is always low. So you should be habituate about the temperature. Russia again. So you have to look into all parameters, including your financial condition, whether your degree is acceptable, and whether the climate is suitable for you, and the language. These are the 4 prerequisites you have to look into whenever you want to make your career abroad. So this is a very popular pharma tree, right? When you are B Farm, M Farm, you can select any of the field as per your career aspiration. You can enter into production and manufacturing, formulation development, quality assurance, quality control, drug regulatory affairs, pharmaceutical packaging technology, research and development, hospital pharmacy, community pharmacy. Then you can go for higher study and so on. So you can see, I have discussed this: academics, marketing, government jobs. So and there is the salary structure. Don't rely on this salary structure, because it will vary from company to company, organization to organization. This is a ballpark figure I have given for quality assurance, quality control. These are the freshers' salary, I mean to say. So quality assurance, quality control, formulation R&D, drug design, process development, analytical method development, validation, regulatory, pharmacology. There are different sections under production. You can see tablet, capsule, injectable, cosmetic, nutraceutical stores, then there would be medical devices and so on. Then in marketing, those who are willing to get the salary will be higher right from the beginning, right? You can join as a medical rep, nutritional expert, sales executive, marketing research analysis, and so on. Then you should be aware of there are a couple of government jobs also are available for pharmacists. You can become a hospital pharmacist, you can become a railway pharmacist, you can become a government analyst, government forensic lab is also available, drug inspector is also available. But for these government jobs, you have to pass through UPSC, MPSC like government exams. And these are the some pharma jobs available. I have included all the sites and the job alerts and the notification which you will receive if you join, if you enroll yourself on this website. You will get the notification when the drug inspectors exams and other exams are available, or all the posts available in railway, hospital and other governmental sector. So now coming to overview of our pharmaceutical, medical device, biotechnology and nutraceutical industry. So as you must be aware of, this global pharmaceutical industry was US dollar 55 billion by 2020, and it is steadily increasing. You might have seen there is a tremendous growth in our pharma sector, and at the projected scale, this market will be comparable to all developed markets like US, Japan and China. And the global pharmaceutical industry will be worth US dollar 1.57 trillion. That was billion, right? The trillion by 2023. So the growth in this market is predicted on the basis of various factors like market drivers, current and upcoming trends, current growth pattern, and market challenges. So, looking at this figure, you guys, you young generation has, very good, extremely good, I would say, opportunities in our pharma sector, because the growth is, it's tremendous. You can see around 21% of this population is expected to be aged 60. So we have young generation, and 21% of the population will be aged 60 and above. So remaining will be younger generation. So apart from the aging and the rising population, the improvements in purchasing power and access to quality healthcare and pharmaceuticals to poor and middle class families worldwide also is a driving the growth of global pharma industry. So the pharmaceutical companies to tap rare and specialty disease market. Now you have seen what has happened during COVID, right? SARS, bird flu, swine flu. These are the diseases coming up, and lots of opportunities are coming up to the pharma sector. And people are investing their money, and people are investing in R&D, innovation, right, in advanced biologics. Now lots of vaccines are coming up. You might have heard about Serum Institute, Bharat Biotech. They are, day and night working to bring the corona vaccine. So you can see there is a huge opportunity in this area as well, biotech. Then nucleic acid therapies, cell therapies, bioelectronic and implantable has attracted investment in the industry by even non-pharma companies like Facebook, Qualcomm, etc., which is also driving the global pharmaceutical industry growth, right? So you can see tremendous growth in pharma. So this is just a percentage wise figure I have brought in from like North America, Latin America, Middle East and Africa, Asia Pacific, Europe. So this is a global market which we are talking about for the pharma industry by 2023. Just see the percentage, huge percentage are growing. And we have our own Pharma Vision 2020, right? Our respected Prime Minister has already announced the Skill India, Make in India. So with that, many people are taking advantage of startups and MSME and so on. So that's how we have a good future in this sector. That is 100%. Center. It becomes a 100%. Just hold on, let me accept. People are joining late. So this will help to make in India and to fulfill our Pharma Vision 2020. Then India is a prominent and rapidly growing presence in global pharmaceutical. Globally, the Indian pharmaceutical industry is the largest provider of generic medicines and ranks third worldwide for the production by volume and 13 by value. So thereby for around 10% of the world's production by volume and 1.5% by the value. You can see the DOP is a department of Pharmaceutical India, is the source of 60,000 generic brands and home to 3,000 pharma companies with a strong network of over 10,500 manufacturing facilities. So the DOP aims to make this country hub to end-to-end drug discovery under its Pharma Vision 2020. So that's a really good pharma vision for us. And then coming to next is a medical device sector. It's also a very high volume and increasing sector, increasing demand of healthcare products. You might have seen rapid kit, the thermometer, then there are a couple of other medical devices which are in huge demand, not only because of COVID, but because of the health consciousness of people, right? So the medical device market is anticipated to grow significantly owing to rise in geriatric population. So according to the study, the IVD segment covered a share 12.9% in the global market in the year of 2018. But just see, medical device market is projected to expand at a compound annual growth, that is CAGR of 5.4% between 2019 to 2025. So as I said, huge scope. So the medical device sector likely to reach about 612.7 billion by 2025, and that's how we started this medical devices courses from 2016 onwards, and on 2017 the medical device rule had changed, and that has become mandatory to follow by all medical device industry people, and they have to go for ISO 13485 quality management system. And that's how the all manufacturers in medical device are into transition phase. So this is a medical device market. You could see how the growth is from 2007 onwards till 2025. It will cross 600 billion. Just see, huge opportunity. So segment wise, if you see diagnostic imaging, consumables, IV diagnostic, patient aids, ortho prosthesis, and then dental products and other. So you would see now lots of, if you want to check your diabetes, the kit is available. If you want to check your pregnancy, the kit is available, right? If you want to check your BP, all kits are available. Oximeter, thermometer, so everything is available in the market, and that's how the medical device sector is booming up, because it has become the patient centric now. Earlier, to check the BP, to check the diabetes, we used to go to hospital or the clinic to check our blood and see the results. But nowadays, everything is available, and you can bring the small diagnostic kit at home and check yourself. So that is how the change is there. And there are lots of medical device industry hubs are planned in India. It's already medtech zone in Andhra Pradesh is already there, and we have started the course for this medtech zone, IBSC, that is Indian Biomedical Council, Skill Council. They have already, started the quality assurance course for the biomedical engineer. And you would see there are Haryana, Gujarat, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra. Lots of medical devices hubs are coming up, and we should take the advantage of it, because lots of medical device opportunities in vitro diagnostic market. You would see the growth will be 23.4 billion of the global annual sales by 2023. And then the hospitals and clinic segments will gain around, just see the figure, 130 billion of global annual sales by 2023. Then the public healthcare expenditure segment will gain up to 81.7 billion of global annual sales by 2023. So the medical devices market size gain, the most USA is in the USA at the rate of 37.6 billion. Then coming to our nutraceutical market, nutraceutical is also rapidly growing market, and it is projected to reach US $722.49 billion by 2027. So the rate of increase is 8.3% over the forecast period. So raising awareness of the calorie reduction, weight loss in the countries like including US, China, and India is expected to promote the application of nutraceutical, which in turn will have a substantial impact on the industry growth. So you could see there is a tremendous growth and demand in the nutraceutical sector as well. So pharmaceutical and nutraceutical are both billion-dollar opportunities. Despite this glaring fact, a good number of people who intend investing into the market ponder over the various differences between these two product segments. So I would say prevention is better than cure, right? Eat and act, not eat well and act well. Correct. So this is a common phenomena when you are going to select your nutraceutical, and lots of innovation are happening in this sector also, and that's the reason people have become very health conscious, and they have started as an alternative therapy along with your pharmaceutical. They probably take the nutraceutical, or some people may who are very much diet conscious can go only for the nutraceutical, and it gives a very good results when you go for nutraceutical as well. So it depends on the health, right? If you have diabetes or the heart disease, of course, the first preliminary treatment you have to go for allopathic, and then people slowly switch over to the Ayurvedic or the nutraceutical or Ayush or any thing which suits to them. And there is homeopathic as well. So it depends on health, your health. So the global nutraceutical market is also tremendously growing. You could see the growth from 2014 till 2025. This chart shows that there is a tremendous growth in, you can see breads and rolls, cakes and pastries, ready to eat, product, cookies, then so many tortillas, and so many products are available. Now you can see the energy bar, and so many things are available which comes under nutraceutical and food. And also there is a global opportunity in the nutraceutical excipients. So excipient also plays an important role, without which we cannot make a final product. So you can see there are, dry product, like 60% of nutraceutical excipients sold across the globe will be in the dry form. Then there is a liquid form, then the protein, amino acids, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamins, minerals, probiotic. So you have seen all these products in the market, right? Omega-3 fatty acid, lots of people I have seen eat flax seeds, and which contains omega-3 fatty acids. Then there are lots of capsules are also available with this ingredient. So don't ignore that nutraceutical means only the food products or the final nutraceutical products. Try to explore the opportunity in the excipient areas also. There is huge opportunity in nutraceutical excipient as well. So there are binders, there are coating agents, there are fillers, diluents, disintegrant, lubricants, So huge market. These are the key players. What I want to say here, these are the key players, and there is a huge global opportunity in this market. Then India has been emerging as a potential geography for the nutraceutical industry to grow. The country's nutraceutical industry is already making waves in the APAC nutra industry after Japan and China. So you can see a study conducted jointly by Ashokam and the RNCOs reveals that the nutraceutical market in India is poised to grow $8.5 billion by 2022. See, there is a huge opportunity. And the nutraceutical, as per the Gazette notification, is categorized as a food supplement, and it is as a nutraceutical, health supplement, food for the special dietary use, other than infants and those products intended to be taken under medical advices. Then the food for special medical purpose, and there is a novel food. So this is the nutraceutical, how it is categorized, that I want to tell here. And a major Indian nutraceutical market comprises of functional food and beverages 60%, dietary supplement 40%, So what are these functional food and beverages means? Functional food is a fortified food and the beverages means fortified beverages which comprises of 60% of the market and 40% like vitamins, minerals, herbal supplements, protein supplement, chawanprash and you might have seen and you might have consumed also in your life. So this is how this is the global market for the nutraceutical. Then nutraceutical, we have our regulatory bodies called FSSAI. Some people call it as FSSAI. Okay, so food standards of India, and whenever you want to learn, you can go through this website and learn more and more about food and drug administration. Maharashtra looks like this, but FSSI and this side, if you go through the food laws, how to apply and all, you will see this screen. You can create your login id, username, password, and then you go forward. So there are different segment, Maharashtra, north, south, east, west, whenever you want to apply for the license. So we will not go about detail licensing part because in today's session, what we thought to just give a flavor of how this global industry looks like. Though it is a pharma, though it is a nutra, though it is a medical device, though it is a bio technology. These are the four segments what we have covered. Maybe in the next session we will cover in detail lectures about each segment. So now coming to global biotechnology, also is a very good sector and US dollar 449 billion in 2019, and it is also growing. It is expected to rise more than 600 million by 2045. You can see the United States and the Canada together dominated this market in 2019 at more than 40%. But now the Biocon like company, there are so many in Asia Pacific companies are growing fast. Developing countries, I would say, they are developing all the biotechnological products, and there also I would say is a very good scope to get job entry for you guys. And this is the global biotechnology market. You can see the growth and see there is a growth, tremendous growth. You will see North America, Europe, Asia Pacific, Latin America, MEA. So biotechnology industry, India is the among top 12 destination for biotech in the world with approximately 3% share in the global biotech industry. India is also the leader in the global supply of DPT and BCG and measles vaccine. You might have seen in news lots of BCG vaccine also given for the COVID patient, and it was proven to be safe, right? So we are also global leader to provide these DPT, BCG, and measles vaccines across the globe. So biotechnology industry in India comprises of 2,700 plus biotech startups, and it expects to grow about 10,000 by the year 2024. And there are more than 2,500 plus biotech companies in India. So you can see the growth rate, right? And this is the Indian biotech segment. Now let us talk how we grab the opportunity in all these four segments: pharma, nutra, biotech, medical device. Let us first understand what is regulatory affairs, right? Because this is a profession developed from a desire of government to protect public health by controlling the safety and efficacy of the product in the areas including pharma, veterinary medicine, medical, pesticide, agro. So you can see the scope is huge when you select the regulatory affairs as a profession. It's not only in pharma, biotech, medical device or any other sector, but it will be helpful in pesticide, agrochemicals, cosmetics, complementary medicines, and by the companies responsible for the discovery, testing, manufacture, and marketing of these products, wanting to ensure that they supply products that are safe and make a worthwhile contribution to public health and welfare. A new class of professional emerged to handle these regulatory matters for the companies. So, my dear student, I want to say here regulatory affairs is a very popular and very important profession wherein you have to trust in only these three parameters, that is quality, safety, and efficacy. And to meet these three parameters, you have to imbibe the best qualities, the best education, the best skills in you, so that you become a very good regulatory affair professional. And regulatory aware professionals are in high demand everywhere. You can see these are the segments which I have captured in this slide. But apart from this, I have told about the global market, huge market in pharma, biotech, nutra, and all. So, regulatory affairs professionals are the vital to a number of industries, including all this. Regulatory work is varied in each sector. So, qualification, skills, and experience all play an important role, right, in securing your first regulatory affair job. So, keeping track of ever-changing legislation is the main, skill set you require to become a regulatory affair professional. And any company who are willing to employ you, he or she from means your senior will look into that quality, whether the person has knowledge, thorough knowledge about the current regulation, current rules, current standards or not. So that the regulatory affairs professional should keep the track of ever changing legislation in all region. All region means there are 257 countries in this world, and this globe is divided into regulated and semi-regulated market. And you should have knowledge about which country falls under regulated market, which country falls under semi-regulated market, and accordingly the rules, regulation, format, requirement changes. And you have to advise the legal and the scientific part to the company, and which restraint and the requirement. Then you are helping your company to collect, analyze, and communicate, means collecting the data, then collating in the format of CTD, ECTD, all the document. You have to evaluate, you have to justify the data or the document which is gathered together in the format of CTD, ECTD. So the all scientific data or the CMC data which is gathered has to be scientifically justified, and that's how these skills are very important. It's not only the degree or the diploma or the certificate course is important. Your understanding about the subject, how the data is scientifically collected, how it is scientifically justified to different health authorities is very important skill one should have. And then presenting this registration document to the different regulatory agencies. Here I would say each agency has their demand of following either CTD, ECTD, ACTD, or NIS. CTD means common technical document, ECTD means electronic common technical document, ACTD means Asian common technical document, NIS means non-ECTD common technical document. That means you have to follow country specific format, and to follow that country specific format you have to learn, you have to imbibe those skills, you have to take the hands on experience, because to offer this CTD or ECTD skills one should have knowledge about not only the theoretical knowledge, the practical knowledge about how to compile this dossier, how to arrange those five modules, module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and how to hyperlink, bookmark, how to bookmark, hyperlink, apart from that study tagging file, and validate that full sequence. So everything has to be taught to you, and if you get an opportunity to learn, please try to learn all these things so that you will be hired in a company. Then also you have to give the strategic or the technical advice at the highest level in your company, making an important contribution both commercially and scientifically to the success of a development program and the company as a whole, helping the company avoid problems caused by badly kept records, inappropriate scientific thinking, or the poor presentation of data. Suppose if you fail to gather information and properly, justify the scientific data, then your dossier will be rejected, and that will not be a good sign or a good thing for any company, because they have hired you as a regulatory affair professional who is having a knowledge, he is a subject matter expertise. So one should see to that all the records, all the documents which are gathered are appropriately, and scientifically appropriately arranged and scientifically justified. And for that, you are the person who will be responsible. And how to present that data is equally important. How to negotiate with health authorities is equally important. So these are the various career opportunity as you consider the regulatory affairs. You can hired as a regulatory affairs specialist. You can hired as a compliance specialist, regulatory affairs manager, food safety inspector, then director, clinical research associate, then the publisher, which is also a popular role. You might have heard about publishers are hired or the document specialists are hired in the PPO and KPOs like TCS, Cognizant, Accenture, Deloitte, and so on. All these BPOs, KPOs have started hiring publishers in regulatory affairs. Then there are certain role like pharmacovigilance. Then the CDM is a clinical data management, and so on. So there is a huge opportunity, I would say, as a regulatory affairs specialist, and this role is like person who has work experience and who helps in the company or the organization to meet all the state, local, federal, international, and industrial regulation that apply to their product. And the most common task and the responsibility of regulatory specialist is maintaining a deep understanding of new and existing regulation that may impact their organization product and processes, and using that understanding to standardize all business operation and establish clear documented protocol. Then you have to explain regulation, procedure, policies to all your employees and stakeholders as necessary, and maintaining data and files for the future reference, particularly in the event of an audit by the regulatory agencies. The minimum requirement for aspiring regulatory affairs specialist is a bachelor degree. So one can, opt these skill courses or the certificate courses after minimum qualification of B Pharm or M Pharm or MSc. You can go and pursue your certification course and work as a regulatory affairs specialist. Because in our curriculum also, if you see fourth year B Pharm and in M Pharm also, they have started including DRA as a subject. Because this is very important subject. In our days, like old days, there was no subject like regulatory affairs. Now they have started including since last 2 years. I have seen all the university has adapted DRA as one of the subject, elective subject, and you can opt for elective subject and go for like industry pharmacy is also one of the elective subject. When I used to teach for BTech MTech student, there was a industry pharmacy also one of the subject. In industry pharmacy also they had included this DRA as one of the subject. So basic qualities what we require is reviewing marketing, legal and technical and other skills. Then these courses remediation to help their company achieve necessary levels of compliance, implementing internal audits of the products protocol to identify areas of weakness, putting in place corrective measures. So there are so many things required to become a regulatory affair professional. But apart from this technical knowledge, scientific skills and other skills, you should have one of the best quality is the skills, I would say the writing skills. The writing matters in your day-to-day life. So one of the best skill which is required is the writing, that is technical writing, scientific writing skills are required to become a regulatory affair professional. And along with that, there are a couple of other skills are required, that is attention to detail, then critical thinking and data analysis skills, then excellent oral and the written communication skill. Why this is very important? Because being in regulatory affair profession, you have to deal with different stakeholders like QC, QA, production, then third parties, then the other people like purchase department and other department, and you have to gather all the information and data and put it together in CTD or any format as per country specific requirement. So there should be lots of communication happening in day to day basis, either orally or written. So you should have excellent oral and written communication skill. Then the project management skill, because you are managing with different stakeholders, so you should have that skills. Then the negotiation skill is very important, because you should have that I mean to say, a negotiation skill with the health authority, negotiation skill with the your stakeholders. You should have the positive approach. There should be always a positive approach when you dealing with the different stakeholder in day to day life. And this quality is very very important, and you have to practice for it. It's not easy skill, the negotiation skill or the good writing skills. For that reason, you have to really work hard and imbibe those qualities, and it will come. It won't come automatically, but you have to put in your efforts to gain that knowledge and the skills, and it will come automatically. How we say this judge is the best, because when he becomes the judge, when he practice as an advocate, right? Advocate becomes a judge after a number of years of experience, and so that he can give the judgment, he can pass the judgment. And that's how this regulatory profession is. And you should have all those qualities along with the advanced computer skills, because you have to deal with different regulations, rules, and different guidances, and where you have to even learn through the different websites from the health authority. So the computer skills are very important, because every day we have to work through different website. Like UK has UK MHRA website, Europe has EMA, the WHO has different website, US FDA has different website. Like I have shown you one website in nutraceutical FS is there. So each health authority has different website, and you should learn how to browse those, and where can I find the authentic information, guidances, rules, regulations, procedures, and so on. So these are the important skills which I always talk about. If you really want to become a regulatory affair professional, these are very very important skills one should have. Then career progression, let us talk like regulatory affair offer good opportunities for the growth. As one gains experience, it is easy to move from junior administrative role to the more senior role with the advisory functions. And regulatory affairs jobs are mostly sedentary and offer a certain level of flexibility. There are part-time, full-time, and freelancing options are also available. However, when starting out in this field, it is advisable to work full-time, join an internship program, or even shadow a colleague in RA to gain necessary knowledge and skills. Freelancing, consulting, and work from home option are best suited for individuals who have gained extensive experience. Now, start of career, you don't think or don't expect that I should work from home. Because of COVID, thank God, so many people have got the opportunity to work from home. But this should not happen, because when you work with your associate in the company face to face, that has a different impact altogether. And when we work alone in the work from home concept, that is really matters, and you won't get good knowledge or the thorough hands-on experience. So don't expect that you would get an opportunity to work from home always. Of course, after gaining knowledge, or after, like I have 3 decades of experience, now I can work easily from home, and I can handle any health authority sitting at my home, whether it is USFDA, Europe, Canada, or because I have gained that much knowledge to handle. I have strong network, and that's why I will be able to manage all this sitting at home. But at your age, please look for the opportunity wherein you have to go to office and learn all those skills, learn all those rules, regulations, hands-on experience, take the knowledge, and then you can start working from home after a couple of years. So this is a typical career progression opportunities within the regulatory affairs. It will start from the regulatory officer or executive or associate. You become senior associate, manager, senior manager, director, senior director, head of the department, and vice president. So there is, a huge opportunity to grow in your career ladder, and you have to build a very good network to gain the regulatory experience, because always you won't gain experience by taking only one country. Like if you get the project to work only in US FDA or Europe, so you should learn or start from the rest of the world, that is ROW countries, so that you learn more and more things from the smaller countries like African countries, Asian countries, APAC region, MENA region, UAE and all. And then you can enter into the highly regulated market like US FDA, Europe, UK MHRA, Japan, China, and so on. And you can also get an opportunity through your university as well. There is a sandwich program. Some university has the placement sale, and they offer as interim, so get those opportunity and get entry into the industry and start working on different schemes as per your university or as per your the college policy. So generally, larger companies are far better equipped to take on inexperienced graduates and are more likely to offer programs such as graduate assessment days and the internship. So if you get an internship, that is the good opportunity. You can go for the internship. Don't worry about salary when you are, going for the first job. Whatever you gain as an internship, you please accept it and start gaining the knowledge first. Then you have to often publish this. You might have seen the opportunities published on LinkedIn, Facebook, career website, and so on. So follow the company that you would like to work for and keep the close eye on them. Many pharmaceutical regulatory affairs professionals started their career working in formulation, product development, pharma development, and other roles like, I would say QC, QA, project management, then clinical assurance, safety, PV, and so on. There are so many, areas wherein you can get into the job. And if you're looking to move sideways into regulatory affairs, like additional regulatory specific qualification to add your CV, you will have to add those skills, and you have to have your certificate courses or hands-on training at least. Then there are a couple of tips we want to give here, that your CV which is presented should be very professionally and put emphasis on the key points that you learned in your studies and are relevant to the regulatory affairs. And you can tailor-made your CV, to the specific role. Suppose if you want to enter into R&D, or if you want to enter into regulatory affairs, so what are the skills required for to become a regulatory affair professional, that you write in your objective, and whatever you must have learned, suppose CTD, or you have US FDA knowledge like how to file IND, NDA, NDA, or if you have learned some biologics, biosimilars, or you must have learned some quality aspect, validation, compliance, auditing skills. So you write down in your CV what is your skills, your strength. You have to introspect yourself first, where you are fit into. So that is very important. And the most common entry level jobs are like, as I said, you can join as a regulatory affair officer, administrator, or regulatory affair publisher, submission coordinator, and there are so many other jobs like executive advisor and all. So job role is not important, or think that where you can fit into, and accordingly you tailor-made your CV and try to skill yourself, develop yourself accordingly. And don't rely solely on your job application, though. Remember that not every company will advertise all its vacancies, so you should consider other approaches too. Proactively call and email HR department and talent acquisition team. Ensure that your LinkedIn profile matches your CV so that you can use it, send messages to employers too. Network with regulatory affairs professional and hiring managers to find out about opportunities and make yourself known in the right circles. I have seen many students come to us, many resume come to us, but after a couple of days, they there is a tendency they forget to follow up. And it is your duty, once you apply for a particular job, it is your duty to call them back, send a message, send a email, and follow up till you get the reply. Suppose the employer himself has replied to you that the position is on hold, or we will revert back to you shortly, or we will revert back to you after 2 months, 3 months, as per the positions available in the company. So it is your duty to follow up with the HR department, or the person or the consultant to whom you are coordinating, through whom you must have sent your resume. So the effort should be taken by a person who are really willing to get into job. Then always stay current with the law, regulatory environment, technology, global economics, and so on. Keep your regulatory knowledge base current. Sharpen your skill. It's not that only regulatory knowledge is sufficient. As I said, there should be other qualities as well: negotiation skill, then scientific writing, then people management skill, then the complex time constraint, cross-functional. Because you will be working with a team, you will be dealing with different stakeholders. So the people management skill, communication skill, the strong communication skill, I will say, the critical analyzing thinking, then negotiation techniques, then project management methods, collaborative mindset. These are the important skills which one should have, and always try to sharpen your skills. Then develop a global perspective. That suppose now see what happens, as per 2018 report, 51% of regulatory professionals have worldwide responsibilities. It's not that only you have to look into the domestic market. Now suppose I have a company, Raj Global Pharma, and I have established in 2009, but I have started my product registration in Indian market initially, because I was confident about India. But once I gained that knowledge, once I get the approval, once I started my commercializing my batches, and I started increasing my business, I would definitely look into my neighboring countries. Like, I will start with Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and so on. Then I will slowly enter into African market, then Southeast Asian countries like Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and then slowly I will try to enter into the highly regulated market like US, Europe, Canada. So like that, whenever I worked in the Novartis, Sandoz, Glenmark like company, so we used to have multiple offices in multiple countries, and that's how it becomes MNC, right? Multinational companies. And any company would like to, stay back in the competitive world. No, so they will always be like to have a top position, and enter into multiple countries. And that's how the regulatory people, when you join in any particular country specific rules handling system, then try to learn the global regulation. What is next, dil mange more. Then that's how you should have developed the global perspective. Then gain hands-on experience. Gaining hands-on experience is the utmost requirement, I would say. So take advantage of other experiential learning opportunities such as internship and hands-on research. And find your network. Networking is very important. Why we are gathered today? Because of network, right? Pharma intelligence has sent some communication, and since last 15-20 days, they are networking with different people. So this is how you should network in your career as well. When you find a job, you start networking, start learning from your colleagues, from your friends, from your seniors, and locate your mentors embedded in the industry to help advance your career. Get involved with the organization which offers global education training to strengthen your network and get ahead. And the world of regulatory affairs is far reaching and constantly evolving, making it a dynamic choice for a career. So as market demands continues to grow, it's an opportune time for the professional of all levels to enter in this field. So you can start your career, and this COVID has given the very good opportunity. Really, I'm thankful to God and for all this, people, because of this COVID. Also, lots of drugs and the drug company, the medical device sectors are coming into this area. And as I said, pharmaceutical and medical device healthcare sector is playing important role during this COVID, and the post COVID also it will be continued. And that is why the role of pharmaceutical professional is likely to increase as patients are staying in the hospital for a prolonged period in the quarantine. And the role and the importance of this pharmaceutical professional will increase as they are well aware of pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamics, which means how the pharmaceutical drug is impacting the body and how the body is responding to the drug. That is what we learned during our pharma graduation, during B Pharm, M Pharm, PhD, right? So to summarize, guys, the pharmaceutical, nutraceutical, biotech, medical device, like all sector is likely to offer promising and enriching careers in pharmaceutical and healthcare sector at the global level with lucrative salary packages in the post COVID-19 scenario. And there are a couple of opportunities coming up in preclinical areas wherein the studies being conducted in animals, whereas pharmacological and toxicological data is gathered. Then the clinical research conduction or conduct of clinical studies, data collection, the statistical analysis, report writing, manufacturing high level of controls for the production of safe and efficacious drug. Quality control, of course, after manufacturing, quality control is the most important area wherein who will test the drug otherwise. The analytical testing of the product in terms of purity, safety, potency, and quality. Then quality assurance, oversight of the operation related to failure investigation, auditing, complaints, the document management, approval, internal audit, external audit. So there are so many responsibilities lies on these guys who are into quality assurance department. Then, as I said, these are the different sectors like medical device, biotechnical, clinical research, nutraceutical, so huge opportunity for you as a regulatory affair professional. To conclude my speech, so regulatory affairs is nothing but it's ever changing legislation. Thus, one can always keep on learning new things and keep on taking up new challenges, and at the same time, you will have a good salary package. So, a career in regulatory affairs is one of the versatile professions one can ever come across because it provides diversified employment opportunities, that too at the various levels. Even though regulatory affairs is one of the most interesting and rewarding careers, but still it has its own challenges. As I said, what challenges? You should imbibe those quality of scientific writing, technical writing, negotiation skill, people management skill, effective communication. So these are the most important skill which you have to, develop within yourself. So there are a lot of things to be considered when you think of regulatory affair as a career. You need to evaluate the goals both personally as well as professionally in order to have a better understanding of how our career can meet your goals. So thank you very much for your kind attention. And I'm really thankful to Sanjay and his team from the Pharma Intelligence. And now we will open for the question and answer session. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.